Hello to you. Bienvenidos. Welcome to Adelante Chicago. I'm Lourdes Duarte. Thank you so much for joining us today. Let's begin at the National Museum of Puerto Rican Arts and Culture. As we mark the one-year anniversary of Hurricane Maria, the museum continues its efforts for hurricane relief to rebuild that island. Joining us now to tell us a little bit more about that and what they're doing at the museum, a new partnership, is Billy Ocasio, who leads that great organization, that great group over at the museum. Thank you for coming in, Billy.
Thank you, Lourdes.
All right,
Thank
nice
you.
to see you. And it's interesting that you come in this week because we just got those numbers about the number of deaths that are actually reported or estimated to have happened in Puerto Rico due to Hurricane Maria. I think officially the government had declared about 64 deaths.
64.
And there's some new research studies that are saying that it's closer to 5,000 people.
Correct.
That's insane.
And I think it's what we all thought it would be. I think every Puerto Rican, every person thought it was more than 64. The Harvard study basically says that it's closer to 5,000, maybe even more than that. They're being conservative on this. But, the numbers have just been wrong. And everybody, what we do understand is that everybody here in the United States wants to help. They want to help Puerto Rico. But in order to help Puerto Rico, we got to start with the truth. And so these numbers help us get to the truth here. And if we're going to do anything for Puerto Rico, we really have to have the truth.
Okay, and the museum has been instrumental in really being a big part of this rebuilding effort. Talk about that and how you're hoping to work with the Puerto Rican people.
Well, we've joined with a lot of partners, Norwegian American Hospital, New Life Covenant Church, the Puerto Rican Agenda. Together we've all done like 20 mission trips to Puerto Rico, including sending doctors and nurses and medicine and those sorts of things. And we've hit 77 of the 77 towns in Puerto Rico. So there's a lot that we have done, but there's so much more that needs to be done. And I think that, knowing the numbers helps us now really deal with government, because government is now being truthful with us, or at least they have to be truthful with us. So now we know where to target our efforts at. People in Chicago want to help, and people in Chicago have been helping. It's really
still to this day, a year later,
still to this day,
almost.
people are still helping. We're still getting donations at the museum to help out Puerto Rico, and that's important because it's people really care about what happens there. And people want to invest in it, but people want to know where the money's going to.
Sure.
And that's all we need is give us the truth and we'll deal with it.
Okay. And on a larger picture, the museum obviously is meant to promote some of this creative energy that comes out of Puerto Rico, right? And although we do want to help in the hurricane relief efforts, we don't want to lose the focus of what the museum is all about, right? And so you've got a new partnership with Puerto Rico to get artists or some of their works here to the States. So tell me how that's going to work.
Part of it is that, we did 20 mission trips to Puerto Rico. We went to different islands. We took medicine. We took, the needs that people had. We took care of those things. But at the end of the day, we are a Puerto Rican museum, and our mission is really to preserve the arts and the culture and the traditions. And so we looked at the creative economy of Puerto Rico. And what we found was that nothing was going into the creative economy of Puerto Rico. So we partnered with the government of Puerto Rico, the Institute of Puerto Rican Culture, which preserves everything, all of the artifacts, all of the archives, all of the natural resources that Puerto Rico has. We went into partnership with them. And so now at the museum, what we're doing is that we're selling, we opened up a brand new gift shop, and all of the items we purchased are made in Puerto Rico.
Okay, let me stop you. Items that you purchased, like what?
So let me tell you, it's a number of things. It's not just books, but it's artists and handcraft items that take months to make.
They're still making to this day, even after the hurricane.
Still making. The artists are there. They're suffering, but the artists, what they know is how do we make art? And it may take them, the Gigante mask, it may take them some time to make the different dolls that they make. All of the stuff that's made out of Puerto Rican wood that you could only find in Puerto Rico. And so we entered into a partnership where we said, we're going to buy the stuff from you, we're going to sell it here in Chicago, and all of the funds, all of the profits will go back into reinvesting into this program so that 100% of the items that we are selling come from Puerto Rico and come from Puerto Rican artisans.
How's that going? I got to imagine it's selling
Let me tell you, it's going faster than what we had anticipated. So, we put in things there. In the first 2 weeks, we were totally sold out. We have invested into some more things,
Okay,
but
good.
you know, we're reinvesting these dollars. So right now we're up to about $25,000 that we are reinvesting into this fund.
Yeah, and that's how you rebuild economies,
That's
right?
right. That's right.
Okay, you've got a number of events that are going on,
Yes.
and I want to make sure that we mention them.
Okay.
You've got Barrio Fest, which is
Barrio
coming
Arts
up in
Fest.
July. What is that?
Barrio Arts Fest is our opportunity to showcase our local artists. We do a lot of national artists and international artists, but Barrio Arts Fest is the one opportunity we get to showcase the Chicago Puerto Rican artists and to let them show their work, let them sell their work. It's full of performances, full of arts, it's full of workshops, family events.
Okay.
I mean, but it's a great weekend, and you know, and it's been growing. It's been growing. Last year alone, we got over 1,500 people in the first
That's
2 days.
great.
Yes.
Okay. The next one, which is such a big event every year, is the gala, and I don't want us to go
gala,
before we
yes.
mention that. It is September 20th, I believe.
September
It's coming
20th.
up, and that's the big one. That's where we've seen Lin-Manuel Miranda, Rita Moreno has been there as well.
Yes. And this year's going to be special for us because September 20th this year is the 1-year anniversary of Hurricane Maria hitting
Unbelievable.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And so we know that people are going to want to give, people are going to want to participate. But it's our annual gala where we give out our highest award. It's the National Puerto Rican Saba Award. As you said, Lin-Manuel Miranda received it. Last year, Rita Moreno received it. And this year, we're, you know, there's a few
Got a
people who are
few
going to receive it. I
things.
can't say yet, but yes.
Okay, good,
Yeah.
good. All right, and there's the information on the screen about the gala. Also want to put up the information about the museum. If you want to check it out, you know where that is in Humboldt Park. Very popular spot there, so check it out if you can.